What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So as we know, it is the free agency period, and one of the more active teams in free agency has been the Phoenix Suns. Since the Phoenix Suns were able to address their depth and have added a lot of different pieces to this team, today we'll be jumping into 2K to do a new look Phoenix Suns rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me that 63% of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed. So if you do fall into the 60%, want to change that, that'd be greatly appreciated. The last thing that has happened in free agency is I think Patty Mills was, as I'm recording this, Patty Mills was traded to the Thunder. So yeah, that's the last move that I have updated in my file. I pretty much have every player on the correct roster, I believe, other than the contracts around the league aren't exactly accurate to how they were signed in real life. But I do have them fixed for this rebuild for the Phoenix Suns. But everywhere else, it's not really exactly accurate as far as contracts are concerned. But taking a look at what the Suns have done, they have obviously brought back Josh Okogie. They signed Drew Eubanks to be their backup five. They moved on from Landale, grabbed Drew Eubanks instead, grabbed Keita Bates-Diop. They have Metu, added Watanabe, got Damian Lee back, Jordan Goodwin in the Wizards trade. Also have Eric Gordon, who they just signed yesterday. That's the last thing the Suns have done as I'm recording this as well. And then Isaiah Todd was also part of that Wizards trade with Bradley Beal. So as far as I can tell, the Suns have addressed their depth not too bad. It's not bad at all. So what we're going to do for this first season is not touch anything. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move Devin Booker to point guard because we need Book or Bradley Beal playing point guard. Either one, it's fine. But Devin Booker did play point guard once for the Phoenix Suns when they were really bad like years ago. So that's why I'm moving Booker there instead. But if you take a look at the rotation going into year number one without us touching anything, you have Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Josh Okogie, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton, Cameron Payne, Drew Eubanks, Keita Bates-Diop, and then the last spot is going to Metu. But since we do have Eubanks already come off the bench, I don't think we really need two centers coming off the bench like that. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and do I want to hand this to Watanabe or Eric Gordon or Jordan Goodwin? I mean, there's a lot of different options, but since Watanabe is a 75 overall, I guess I'll hand it to Watanabe. So Watanabe will be the last guy coming off the bench for us, and that will be how our rotation looks going into year number one. I think Eric Gordon definitely gets like a good nod that he's definitely going to play some minutes, but he's a 73 overall in 2K, so we're just going to leave him out of it, I guess. I feel bad for it, but it is what it is. So we're going to submit year one. We're going to see how this goes. One other thing I want to look at is proficiency is a 3.5 grit and grind, but it looks like it could be 4 stars on a lot of different things. So I'm going to move this to a balanced system because that's usually the best way to do it. As you can tell, Frank Vogel is not actually the head coach because he's not in the game, unfortunately. But we're going to submit year one. We're going to see how this team does. And hopefully 2K agrees with the fact, after adding all this depth, that the Suns are bona fide contenders. Let's see what 2K thinks. At the end of year number one, Trae Young wins MVP of the league, which is cool to see. Victor Wembanyama is Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul, 6th man. Evan Mobley, Defensive Player. Also wins Most Improved. And Willie Green is your Coach of the Year for the Pelicans, which is cool. And then Christopher Bell for the Hawks is your Executive. So, All-NBA first team, no Kevin Durant or any Phoenix Suns representatives here. Nobody on the All-NBA second team either. Do we get Kevin Durant at least? Okay, we do. I was about to say, do we at least get an All-NBA third team for Kevin Durant? We do. So he does make All-NBA third team. I can't imagine we have any all-defensive representatives, which we don't. And then I don't think we really had a rookie on the team. I guess we did, but he wasn't playing any minutes. So we are the second seed in the Western Conference. And if we take a look at the player stats for this season, you had 27 for Bradley Beal, who led the way. Devin Booker with 27, Kevin Durant with 23, DeAndre Ayton with 14 and 10.5, and then Cameron Payne with 11. 7 from Eubanks, 5 from Okogie, and then 4.5 from Watanabe, and then 4 from Keita Bates-Diop. As the second seed, we draw the Minnesota Timberwolves in round one. So obviously, we're bona fide contenders, and I'm hoping 2K at least gets us to the conference finals, if nothing more than that. So Timberwolves in round one. Minnesota's one of those teams that can be scary in the simulation, so we'll just kind of see how things go. So my current round against Minnesota, and we are going to beat them in 6. We took care of business, and we're in round 2, which is a great sign. So now we get the Lakers, which is going to be a tougher task at hand. They got D'Angelo Russell, Reeves, LeBron, Vanderbilt, AD, Jackson Hayes, Cameron Reddish, Rui Hachimura, and Gabe Vincent. So as we know, that's what the new Lakers are looking like. I already did a video on that yesterday. If you've not seen it, you can go check it out after this one. So my current round against the Lakers. Let's see if we get to the conference finals with this Suns roster. And we are going to beat them in 6. And just like that, we have made it to the Western Conference Finals, where we draw the New Orleans Pelicans. CJ McCollum, Herb Jones, Ingram, Zion, Joe Val, Trey Murphy, Larry Nance, Dyson Daniels, and Jose Alvarado. So do we get to the NBA Finals with the Suns roster? Well, let's see what happens. Somebody current round, and we are going to beat them in 6. And just like that, in year number one, we have made it to the NBA Finals. We get the 76ers in round are in the NBA Finals. James Harden, of course, is probably going to be traded. I don't know when. We all know Daryl Morey waited forever to trade Ben Simmons, so he may do the same thing with James Harden. It just kind of remains to be seen. But let's see if we take down the Sixers and win a championship, shall we? We are down 1-0 to them. We evened it up. I was about to say, we're about to go down 2-0, but no, we do win game 2, and we win game 3. Do we win game 4? Yes, we do, and we are going to win a championship. Matt Ishbia went all in. And just kidding, we're not done yet. I was speaking way too soon. They want to give more minutes to Watanabe or Metu, which I just am not going to do, obviously. We're not going to change the rotation. Kogi is cold, which is a terrible time to be cold, but I am still going to give Watanabe these last few minutes because he's gotten us this far, so let's not change it. All right, man, game 7. Let's see how it goes. Game 7 in Philly. Did we get this far just to lose to the 76ers? We're going to blow a 3-1 lead. We have the lead right now. They take it back. We take it back. Back and forth game. To win the championship, we have an 8-point lead right now, and I think we did it. So just like that, in year number 1, with his Phoenix Suns roster, Matt Ishbia went all in on Kevin Durant and then Bradley Beal, and they grabbed all the depth they needed, and hey, they won the championship. So I did the joke yesterday, so I won't do it again, but we're going to keep it going. So I'm not going to end it on that note because I haven't done anything. But hey, great start to the rebuild. We haven't even touched anything. We've already won a championship, and LeBron says, okay, I'm done. I don't think he'd actually retire, so I'm just going to override that retirement. So let's go to the lottery, and let's go ahead and see. Well, this isn't going to affect us too much. I think our pick can be swapped by the Wizards, but the Wizards were probably worse than us, so I can't imagine that happens. Yeah, they're projected the #1 overall pick. So they get the #1 overall pick, and we have the 30th overall pick. Like I said, the Wizards do have the right to swap, but they're not going to swap #1 for 30. That makes no sense. So let's just get straight into this offseason. We got some more work to do. We're not done just yet. We may have won a championship, but there's more we can do. So going into free agency, one thing we know we still could do is technically we could trade away DeAndre Ayton and try to get depth for his services, but I pretty much have done that in every Suns rebuild, and they didn't trade him away. I'm sure his value would be like more, would be better after winning a championship, especially if he was a huge contributor to that. But I still try to want to keep him. It's something I don't usually do in these Suns rebuilds. I usually try to trade him away. I'm not like promising I'm keeping him throughout the video, but that's not going to be my goal right now. I'm going to try to make it work to where we keep him. I know we need to add more, but I'm going to try to make it work. So, like I said, we do have a draft pick with a number 30 overall pick. So technically speaking, we could maybe throw this 30th overall pick and we don't have a ton of salary to use at our disposal. So obviously we could throw like Beal. But like maybe if we combine like Eubanks and Job, that gets us like $4 million. If there was like a guy on a rookie scale contract, that made sense. But you need smaller contracts. So let's just jump into pick 30 and we'll see if we can get anything here. So you have Aaron Bradshaw at the top of the board. You got Dior Johnson. I don't know much about the 2024 draft class, and I've been told that it's not great. So maybe that is the case. But I guess I'll go ahead and draft like a Dylan Mitchell, I guess, with this pick. 18 years old. I don't know really much about him, but welcome to the team. Not really sure how good he is. He's a 70 overall flat out. So he's already got 4 badges. I guess that's a good sign. Player options, Damian Lee accepts. Isaiah Todd also accepts qualifying offers. Jordan Goodwin and Ish Wainwright are both free agents. I'll extend the qualifying offer on both of them. And then as far as free agency is concerned, we have Josh Kogi, who's asking for $16 million. Don't think we'll be able to pay him that. And then Eric Gordon asking for $1 million. And then Cameron Payne with $10.5 million. So with the new CBA, I'm pretty damn sure the Suns wouldn't be able to sign both of these guys, either of them back, to be honest with you. Because once you're over like a certain salary threshold, you just lose the ability to use your MLE. That's going to be a new part of the CBA. So I'm going to try to follow the CBA as best as I can here. It's not going to be easy because it's not in 2K yet. But I'm pretty sure that the Suns would not have the ability to sign either Payne or Kogi back at that number. They would probably have to come back on a minimum. So unfortunately for us, I mean, is it going to tell me how much we are spending on this team right now? So team salary total, $196 million. So yeah, that is easily over the second apron. So we do not have the MLE whatsoever. So unfortunately for us, we're going to just have to deal with it. We don't have the ability to sign a Kogi or Payne back. I know it tells me I can, but if I try to follow the CBA, I'm not going to be able to. Instead, we're limited to signing a minimum contract. So that's what we're about to go try to do and see if we can fill out a roster. We're still following the CBA. Maybe we do have to trade DeAndre. Maybe I have to eat my words like I just said seconds ago. But we'll figure it out because right now we don't really have a starting small forward. So one player I see that we can already sign would be like a Jose Alvarado, especially if we can get him on a minimum contract. That would be an absolute steal as a backup point guard. So that's going to be my first move. No brainer to me. Jose Alvarado, if we can secure him, that would be great. So get our backup point guard to replace Cameron Payne, only making him a minimum contract, which is phenomenal. Damian Lee, I don't really want him to be a part of the rotation, so we're still going to try to replace him. But at least we have Eubanks and Jop as like some forwards, or a forward and a center for now. But we don't really have a wing. We need wings. Shooting guard, small forward is going to be the main priority now that we got Alvarado secured. Gary Harris, another good player on a minimum would be great. So let's go for Gary Harris. That's going to be phenomenal to get him. That's tremendous value on his contract. And then small forward. Who would be our starting small forward? So I see like Otto Porter, Joe Harris, Simone, Torian Prince, Osman, PJ Dozier, Winslow. Definitely don't give me Winslow. Let's just keep going until the small forwards maybe get a little bit cheaper. Let's just keep going until it's like the last day. And guys are, kind of getting cheaper as you keep going. So Terrence Davis maybe would be our best option. I'm going to try to hand him a minimum contract. 1.25. He says no to that. That's fair. I'm going to keep going until we're on day 12. And then I think I'll be able to secure what I want. So small forward market. Terrence Davis is still here. Let's see if we can give him 2.75 now. I'm going to offer that. And then we're also going to go ahead and try to get another small forward. So like a Prince on a minimum wouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to offer him that. And then let's see if there's anything else worth it out there. So less than we get like a Javonte Green on a minimum. I can't say minimum, but if we can sign those three, that's going to be perfect. So that's going to match exactly what we could have done. So we're going to welcome them. Goodwin is going to come back as qualifying offer, which is great. So following the new CBA, that's kind of what we're limited to. We have to sign a minimum contracts. Javonte Green goes down. Damon Lee goes down, which is not surprising. But yeah, I guess I won't rule out the idea of maybe trading DeAndre and maybe later on. But for now, I'm just going to keep rolling with them because we won a championship last year. So maybe we'll be able to do that same thing. We shall see. Let's go look at this rotation going into year number 2 and see if we can go repeat. I highly doubt it, but you never really know. So let's go look. So if we load this draft class and look at our depth going into next year, we're still going to be ranked at number 10 power ranking. So Terrence Davis is starting small forward. I don't think is the worst thing in the world. But it's Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Terrence Davis, Durant, Ayton, Alvarado, Eubanks, Keita Bates-Diop, and then Jordan Goodwin. I'm going to throw Gary Harris in there over Jordan Goodwin. We could actually probably move Gary Harris to small forward. He's not really a small forward at all, but isn't he like 6'4"? Yeah, but he probably goes up in overall. He does. He goes up to a 77. So to me, that's a no-brainer. He might even start. So Gary Harris, pretty, if I remember correctly, isn't he a pretty decent defender? I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've watched Gary Harris play basketball. But Devin Booker, Beal, Gary Harris, Durant, Ayton, Alvarado, Eubanks, Keita Bates-Diop, and Terrence Davis. Not a bad rotation still. We're going to simulate this season. We're going to see how things go. Proficiency is going to land us at a 4-star. Hey, we won a championship last year. Let's see if we can go 2 in a row. And if we don't, then maybe we can consider trading away DeAndre Ayton. At the end of year number 2, we have another guard winning MVP, and this time it's Darius Garland. Rookie of the year goes to Matisse Buzelis, and then you got Andrew Nimbar, 6th man. Giannis Defensive Player, Josh Giddey Most Improved, and Biggerstaff Coach of the Year, and John Murphy is your executive. So Garland, Luka, Giannis, Jason Tatum, and Jokic. Kevin Durant makes an All-NBA second team this year, which is great to see. But we still don't get like Devin Booker or Beal representing here, which kind of sucks. But we're the 5th seed in the West, so we're back in the playoff dance once again. Hey, if we take a look at the player stats, you have 26 from Durant, 25 from Beal, 24 from Booker, 17 and 11 from DeAndre Ayton, 8 from Gary Harris, 7 from Drew Eubanks, 7 from Terrence Davis, 6 from Alvarado, and then 4 from Keita Bates-Diop. And we drew the Denver Nuggets in round 1, which is kind of funny because obviously, as we know, the Nuggets were able to eliminate the Suns this last playoffs in real life. They've added Buddy Hield and Bazley to their bench, so Denver's got themselves a pretty decent bench and also have Ron Holland as well. So we're going to see how this goes. I don't really know what to expect. We have Gary Harris as our starting small forward, who is a former Denver Nugget. So let's see if he can maybe get some revenge. And we also get revenge. So it's kind of a collective revenge here. Somebody come around against Denver, and we are going to, we're going to a game 6. If we want to force a game 7, we're going to have to win game 6 on our home floor. So let's see how this goes. So let's just click simulate game 6 and hope for the best here. So we have the lead right now on our home floor, but it's a close game. So nothing is ruled out. But it's looking like we might be going home here. So unfortunately for us, we once again drew the Denver Nuggets and we lost. So we won a championship in year 1, but we lost in year 2 to Denver. So we got Oklahoma City and the Warriors, and you got Hawks and Warriors, and the Hawks are going to go on to win the championship. So I think at this point, Carmelo retires a Celtic, which is weird. Al Horford retires a Celtic, and then Brook Lopez is retired as well. But yeah, I think we got to explore DeAndre Ayton trades. If we're going to make one change, it would be that. So getting bounced in round 1 makes me want to explore that avenue. So that's what we'll be doing. So I will see you guys with my DeAndre Ayton trade idea where we get depth. I've done it in the past with the Hawks, so I'm going to try to look in a different direction. If we can get an assistant head coach like a real assistant to be like, let's say we get Mike Brown to be our assistant. That's definitely never going to happen. So he says no to that. But yeah, we're going to try to get an assistant, and then I will show you the DeAndre Ayton trade that we're going to go with. So I'm going to dream big for a DeAndre Ayton trade. I don't know if the Knicks would accept this, but I'm trying to get Mitchell Robinson, Alex Sarr, and Dante DiVincenzo from them. I'm shooting the bar high to start this trade negotiations. They're probably going to decline this, but I'm willing to set the bar, like I said, very high to see if we can get away with this. So Ayton for Robinson, Sarr, and DiVincenzo. What do they say? They want first-round picks that we probably don't even have. So yeah, that's not going to be able to happen. So is there any player I could throw in this trade? I could throw Dylan Mitchell in here. So I will throw you a Dylan Mitchell. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to get both Alex Sarr and DiVincenzo. So I'm going to have to remove one of them. We have Eubanks, who we could resign. So I guess I'll shoot for DiVincenzo, but we'll see. So Ayton and Dylan Mitchell for Robinson and DiVincenzo. What do you say? They agree. So just like that, we got 2 pieces for the price of 1. Dylan Mitchell was never going to have cracked the rotation, but DiVincenzo is a stud. So we steal him from the Knicks. We steal that Villanova product, which we need to do a Knicks rebuild where we complete the trilogy or the prophecy of bringing every single Villanova guy on the same team. And you already know the player they're missing, but that's for another video. But we got Mitchell Robinson and DiVincenzo, which I like. Maybe we should have shot for a little bit more, but I'm okay with it. We got a really good backup guard, so I'm kind of feeling cool about it. So let's go straight to player options and let's see what we got. And I think Mitchell Robinson is going to be the more of the center we needed on this roster anyway. So Alvarado and Goodwin are both free agents. I would love to bring both of them back if possible. And then I would love to get like an actual 3 if we can this offseason. So like a Jalen McDaniels might not be too bad if we can get him. Or we can go for a 4 and move Durant to the 3 if we need to as well. That's possible if we need to go that route. So Alvarado will be our backup point guard hopefully. And we still need like a backup center. So we still need a lot of different things. But backup centers we can bring back. Jalen Williams got waived by the Thunder. He's only going to be making $2.19 million. I think that would be a steal for a backup center if we can get that to happen. So we're going to go for him to start things off, start our offseason off. So Royce O'Neal. Ooh, that would be a nice addition. Exactly the kind of player you'd be looking for if you're the Suns at this point. Reggie Bullock, Watanabe, you can go for him as well if we need to. But I am going to go ahead and shoot for, once again, we do have to sign like minimums though. So the first minimum we're getting is Jalen Williams, which is fantastic. So welcome to the team, Jalen Williams. I absolutely love it. So let's keep it going. Royce O'Neal, I'm going to have to wait till I think day 12 to try to sign him. So that's what we're going to do. So we got our backup center, and let's just keep going down, and we'll see if we can get guys for the cheapest we possibly can. So Alvarado, I don't know if he's still asking for quite a bit of money. He is a 78 overall, and it doesn't say we could afford him. So we can't go that route. Levert also is another option. 4.6 million does not have an offer yet, so that's still on the table. TJ Warren, probably could get him for a minimum. Tim Hardaway might be a little too expensive. McDaniels money keeps going down, or even like a Najee Marshall wouldn't be too bad. So I'll offer him a deal as well. He declines. So let's go to day 12 and see if that changes his mind. All right. Minimum bargain shopping still going. So still can get Alvarado. Levert. I mean, Levert would be kind of like the best guy we can get. I'll offer him 2.7 or minimum. Let's see if he would accept the minimum. He might actually accept the minimum. Okay. Warren we could go for, but I think that's going to be... Osman wouldn't be too bad either. I'll sign Osman to a minimum as well. So let's see. We get Levert and Osman, 2 former Cleveland Cavaliers. So welcome to the team there. And then Goodwin's back. Alvarado is back, which is what I wanted. And now we have Alvarado and Goodwin. We brought in Levert, and Levert's probably going to move to the 3 for us at this point. So Levert is 6'6". He can definitely play the small forward, and that's going to be probably our final move. So I think this is going to be this next simulation we do for this next season will probably be our last simulation. We brought in Jalen Williams, which is a perfect backup center. We got Durant at the 4 alone, unfortunately. Levert's our 3, though, with Osman backing him up. We got DiVincenzo, which I love that addition. And we have Alvarado and Jordan Goodwin. So I still felt pretty good about what we have. Maybe we could stop at the deadline and make another trade, but we don't really have much to offer. So most likely we won't be doing that. But I'm still going to expect that we could make the playoffs, be contenders still. We'll still be in the dance. But this will probably be the last season we simulate. So we'll see how this goes. But look in the rotation one last time. Power King lands us at 12. You got Booker, Beal, Levert, Durant, Robinson, Williams, DiVincenzo, Alvarado, and Jordan Goodwin. So overall, not too bad. If I moved Goodwin to the 3, how tall is he? 6'3". Yeah, he's up to his 77 overall, which is kind of stupid because he's 6'3". So I'll leave him at the shooting guard or point guard, whatever. So I'll leave him as a point guard because that just kind of feels cheesy. But let's simulate this season, and let's see how we do. At the end of year number 3, as you can see, things did not pan out too well for us. We're the 8th seed in the Western Conference, which honestly is to be expected. The team is getting older, and 2K just kind of doesn't like older rosters, as I say all the time. But they're 9-43, under 500. I mean, we still have a chance of getting into the playoffs, so maybe, regular seasons are out the window, and we find a way to just be good. So I guess we'll run an 8-man rotation in these playoffs, see if that changes anything. I mean, I like our rotation, but we'll see, man. Let's see if we can beat Minnesota to get in. And we are going to beat them. So we're in the playoffs, which is great. We do draw the San Antonio Spurs in round 1, though. They have Wagner, Suggs, Markkanen, Sohan, Wembanyama, Keldon Johnson, Clay, Booker, Joval, and Tim Hardaway. So if you really look at the Spurs roster, it's kind of funky, but there's a lot of good players here. So let's just see how this goes. Game 1, we're down 1-0, to be expected. Game 2, we even it up. So we're not done just yet. We're not going to get swept in round 1. Game 3, we're down 2-1. Game 4, we're down 3-1, and it's probably safe to say we're going home without winning another championship here, which sucks. But hey, we did our best, and I think I did it in the most realistic way that I possibly could. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. We won 1 in the first season, even though I did nothing, and it was just kind of like a group project effort where I did nothing. I just sat back and watched. Hey, we still won 1. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video nonetheless, and let's see who goes on and win the championship. You got the Rockets and the Cavaliers. And you got the Cavaliers going on to beat the Rockets in 7. But that will be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed it, like I said. Thanks for watching. As always, you guys are always greatly amazing and greatly appreciated. I will see you guys in the next one. Comment down below next if you want to see. And enjoy Summer League basketball tonight. I'm so excited because that's going to take away from all the pain and suffering I'm dealing with right now. But thank you guys for watching. It's Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.